update now to that breaking news as the New York City subway chokehold case is now in the hands of the jury. Marine vet Daniel Penny is charged with fatally choking a homeless man, Jordan Neely, who witnesses say was shouting and threatening passengers while on the train last year. In closing arguments, Penny's defense team asked jurors to put themselves in the shoes of the other subway passengers, painting the former Marine as a protector. But the prosecution says he went too far and he should be held responsible for killing someone. NewsNation's Ingle is outside the New York City courthouse for us. Laura, what more are you learning right now?
Hey, Nichole. Well, we're learning that the jury is going to work through lunch. That is already now behind us in just a few minutes at 2:30 Eastern. We are expecting attorneys from both sides to reconvene as they normally do and talk in front of a judge, and we'll find out how the jury is doing. We may get an update, but we won't get, we always wait for the knock or the note, right? Usually a knock is a question, a note could be a verdict. So we just don't have any indication of where they are right now, other than they have worked straight through lunch. So that's a good sign that they are getting right to the matter at hand. And earlier today, the judge did his jury instructions, and then we had the final and closing arguments from the prosecution. The judge instructing the jury that they can consider Jordan Neely's psychiatric history, his drug abuse history, his criminal history, only in the sense of the date and the time of this incident on the subway, but they cannot use those three things as a judge of Jordan Neely's character during their deliberations. Earlier today, we've been showing you the 26-year-old Marine veteran Daniel Penny arriving to court. He arrived to another round of chants from Jordan Neely supporters, chanting and yelling guilty over and over again. We actually heard it as the jury went to deliberations, too. It sounds like the supporters knew that the jury was going in to deliberate, and they were trying to get a message through these concrete walls. Closing arguments by prosecutors ended with them playing the video taken by a subway bystander last year showing Daniel Penny holding Jordan Neely down in what prosecutors have called that deadly chokehold, and what the defense is trying to convince these jurors that it was a civilian restraint that was needed in the moment. The assistant district attorney pointing to Neely's labored breathing in the subway video as he was slowly beginning to lose consciousness, highlighting a still photo from the incident, pointing out the veins that were popping out of Neely's forehead. Very disturbing images, lasting images. That was the last thing the prosecution put forth to the jurors before they headed off. And a reminder of what jurors are going to consider in the deliberations room. This is where we really have to focus on what is ahead of these jurors. If Penny is found guilty of second-degree manslaughter, he faces a maximum of 15 years in prison. If found guilty of criminally negligent homicide, he'll face a maximum of 4 years. And a reminder, the jury cannot convict Penny on both. It would either have to be just manslaughter or criminally negligent homicide, or neither. And according to the DA's office, there is no mandatory sentence in this case. So we're going to have to wait and see, but we are watching. We have our producer inside of the courtroom. Ava Pittman is in there for us, and she will let us know the minute she hears movement from the jury deliberation room. Nichole?
So, Laura, also inside that courtroom, Jordan Neely's father, how does he appear to be taking all of this?
Right. And we've been talking with Ava, who's in the courtroom, because she's had a front row view, so to speak, of watching him watch all of this go down. And remember, they're playing that video in slow motion. That was the last thing that prosecutors did before the jurors headed off. So everybody in the courtroom was watching each and every frame of that, except Jordan Neely's father, who had to look away at the screens as it was being played. Obviously, just too difficult for him to manage watching those final moments of his son's life. We have spoken directly to Jordan Neely's father's attorney, who has said that, look, he's a quiet man. He's a hurt man from everything that has happened. He is hoping for justice in this case, and justice for him would mean that Daniel Penny would be convicted and will get some real prison time here. But of course, Daniel Penny has pled not guilty. The city is divided on this issue. Is he a hero? Is he a vigilante? This jury will decide. Maybe today, maybe this week. Only time will tell. Nichole?
Only time will tell. All right, Laura Ingle live for us there in New York. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.